Hello, hello. Welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy Step by Step. I just want to get right into this GED type of question without using a calculator. So there are some test questions with, some test questions without a calculator. What is the decimal equivalent of 5/8? Or 5 divided by 8. Every fraction's a division problem. You're going to enter your answer here. This is not an A, B, C, D option. Again, without using a calculator, that means you're going to have to convert 5/8 manually. What is the decimal equivalent of 5/8? Now, equivalent means, very simply, it's almost in the word equal, right? Equal to. What's the decimal value that's equal to 5/8? So once you have your answer, you're going to enter your answer here. And so let's just jump right into it. I have a video on converting fractions to decimals and then decimals to percents. So please watch my video on converting fractions to decimals and decimals to percents. So what is 5/8 equal to as a decimal? So I want to explain here how every fraction is a division problem. 5 divided by 8, right? If you were to punch that in a calculator, you'd say 5 division symbol, excuse me, 5 division symbol 8 equals into a calculator. It's going to give you a decimal answer. But because we have to do this without a calculator, in the remainder of this video, I'm going to try to show you how to do that manually for those of you that may not know. So every fraction is a division problem. The top number divided by the bottom number, or math terms, the numerator, which is your top number, divided by the denominator, which is your bottom number, right? So an example here, like I said a moment ago, 5 divided by 8. 5 divided by 8 equals, or 5/8 equals, or another way to write this, these are three different ways to write the exact same thing, 5 divided by 8. So since there are no calculators allowed, we're going to manually divide top number divided by the bottom number of our fraction, 5 divided by 8. And you see that here. Now, there is an invisible decimal. If you haven't seen my videos on invisible ones or invisible decimals, please watch these videos. They help to clarify an enormous amount of confusion caused by math. And so please go ahead. It's worth it to take the time. It clarifies a lot of confusion that early learners in math have, and it makes math a lot easier once you understand those a few basics. So to the right of the 5 is an invisible decimal, right? I'm going to show the decimal here, and then I'm just going to raise it directly above the divisor bar that we have right here. And then I'm to the right of that decimal, I can write a million, a trillion, as many zeros as I want to the right here. I'm just going to write 5 zeros because that's all I need to finish off this particular type of problem. So what I would like to do is continue on in showing you how to step by step answer this question without a calculator. So here it is. We have the 5 a point 0.0000000. Now, I didn't want to kind of show you these. I wanted to show you one at a time because I didn't want to confuse you. So I'm going to try to, just pretend you don't see these other these other values, right? So what number times 8, right, would give me 5? Well, there's no number times 8 that would give me 5. Okay, no number. So then I look one number over, 5 and 0 is 50. what number times 8 gets me closest to 50? And so if you don't understand that, you'd be doing a little bit of guess and checking. Well, I know 8 times 5 is what? 40? Okay. I don't want to go over 50, so it's 50 or under. Let's see, is there another number times 8 that gets me closer to 50 without going over 50? And there is 6, right? So 8 times 6 gives me 48. And I put a 6 over the number to the right of my target, 50. All right? And so 8 times 6 is 48. So I'm going to subtract 48 from 50. And that gives me a value of 2. And what I need to do is take this value of 0 and bring it on down, put it to the right of the 2. Now I want to multiply 8 times a number that gets me closest to 20 without going over. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And I know 8 times 3 is 24. And 24 is over or larger than 20. So I'm not going to use 3. I'm going to use the value of 2. So 8 times 2 is 16. I'm going to subtract 16 from 20. All right, moving on. 20 minus 16 leaves me 4. I'm going to bring down that 0 all the way down here, put it next to the 4. What number times 8 gives me 40? That's 40. And right above that 0, I'm going to put the 5. 8 times 5 is 40. I'm going to subtract 40 to 40 to get 0. So my answer is 0.625. 0.625. That's my answer. Another way to say this is 625 thousandths. Thousandths. I think I got that right. Hey, DM me if I didn't get that right. And believe me, I make my fair share of mistakes. And so that's what's helped me all these years to become better at understanding math and being able to help others understand math. So the equivalency of 5 over 8 or 5/8 fraction is 0.625. You would enter this into the space where it says enter your answer here, and you would move on. Now, what I'd like to do is introduce to you some of the ways that you could practice this skill. And so you want to conduct a internet search using the following. So you want to put in there worksheets with answers on converting fractions into decimals. You want the answers because you need to know if you're doing it right or wrong. If you're doing it wrong, go back and look at all your steps, find your mistake. Remember, mistakes are the golden road to knowledge. Find your mistake, learn from it, don't do it again. And keep practicing. Keep checking your answers. And if you keep practicing, I promise you, you're going to get better and better and better. Pretty soon, you won't make a lot of mistakes. And the math will become much easier once your skills are better. All right, go ahead and if I'm going too fast, stop, pause, rewind, and watch this again. Do an internet search for worksheets with answers on doing long division. That's what we just did. Without a calculator, we're doing long division. Worksheets with answers on doing long divisions. Search for worksheets with answers on how to find decimal equivalent of fractions without a calculator. And then you can do yourself one more huge favor. Watch my video on converting fractions to decimals to percents and percents to fractions to decimals. It will give you a plethora of knowledge. Thank you for joining me. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Hey, if you find these videos helpful, please like, follow, and share these videos. I'd like to get to about 20,000 followers with over 100,000 views. Math is easy. Take it step by step.